But let's delve into the real estate sector now and find out how the Headwinds is dealing with them right there and how they're handling it. We have joining us for that the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Wema Board, Mr. Yemi Ejidero. He joins us live here in the studio to share with us what's going on in the real estate. Good morning, Mr. Ejidero. Thank you so much for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so we're just talking about the value of Naira. I mean, I know we've all felt it, and for you as a CEO overlooking the running of a major business, Wema Board in this case, obviously you have a lot of import, a lot of interaction with the FX market. Tell us how in recent times this has been affecting your business.
Thank you very much. The fundamentals of the macroeconomic dynamics has significantly affected the real estate and construction industry in particular. Challenges are that some input costs have gone haywire by virtue of the dynamics of the foreign exchange issues that we have in the country. Imagine a contract that was awarded in December at an exchange rate of 1,000 Naira but not funded, and then in March, exchange rate had gone over to about 1,560 Naira to a US dollar. What that means in essence is that the input costs had significantly increased by virtue of that margin. And so it affects development. Most real estate practitioners have actually taken a back seat, and most people are not even doing any project for now. But we remain very bullish because we are very conscious of the fact that we still have a market to focus on.
And tell me, in reality, you say some real estate practitioners have taken a back seat. Have we seen stalled projects, you know, as a result of this increase in building materials?
Oh, yes, absolutely. A lot of projects have stalled. Most of the projects that are continuing are those that have been funded before now, and that must continue, you know, to run. However, most new projects are not taking place any longer. People are looking at the fundamentals and see whether this deal, if I go into it, is going to remain profitable or not. And that is what is going on at this moment in the market.
I wonder if there's restructuring. I know normally for debts, you know, there's restructuring of debt. Even countries do it. Did they do that in the real estate? Perhaps there was a contract, you know, to get a project on, and then something like this come on. Is it ground enough? Do contracts allow restructuring of the agreement? All right,
so it's important for us to dimension the differences between a commercial real estate and those individuals going into real estate business, just building houses. If you are into commercial real estate, the fundamentals must be very clear. Your input cost, your revenue must match your input cost. And at a time when your input cost has gone haywire, chances are that even if you want to repackage, can you still make the kind of revenue you projected? Because there is a limit to which you can push your selling prices at some point in time. Because if you push it beyond a particular limit, then your product becomes a museum. People will just come and look at it and will not be able to afford it. So whilst there are opportunities to restructure those debt or reprice your contract, it's also important for you to know that can you really sell at some prices that your cost must have pushed you up to. So those are the challenges.
Yeah, but this also presents some opportunities. Like I know in Wema Board, you have 50 billion Naira bond issuance for you to raise money, an investment opportunity for another set of Nigerians.
Oh, yes. I mean, this is one of the innovative financing model that Wema Board had entered into. As a matter of strategic intent 2 years ago, we were very clear that the way real estate development is running in this country is not sustainable, using bank loans and all that. There is a mismatch between the funds that are available, which are short-term in nature, and real estate investment, which is long-term in nature. So it's clear that we must look at other financing models, and that is why this 50 billion bond becomes very imperative. Of course, it's a long-term financing model that takes us to about 3 to 10 years, medium to long term. And 50 billion is something that you can beat in bite and pieces for you to be able to do a couple of projects in strategic location. For example, a project in Marina, residential luxury real estate project in Marina signifies one of the key elements of what we want to use this 50 billion naira bond for.
So who are you targeting? Who are the investors? Can I participate?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. For example, that particular project that I just spoke about is in the heart of Marina. It's a unique product. Residential development in central business district, just like you have them in New York, in London, everywhere, Japan, Tokyo. So central business district also requires residential estate. And it's for folks like you. You walk on Marina, you walk on Broad Street, you walk around the central business district. You want to shorten the commuting time, which is the real thing now because of the high cost of living. People have reduced commuting time. And so if you have your residential apartment in those areas, it's easier for you to go into your offices and come back. So those products are for folks like you, institutional investors, banks, commercial organizations that are operating in central business districts. And of course, we have a couple of others scattered all over Lagos and part of other Nigeria.
But are Nigerians really looking at such investment opportunities? Although at this time, a lot of people just want to focus on survival and leave investment to take care of itself, in the future. But how has the reaction been? I'm trying to understand Nigerians' perspective too, because people think of investment, they think of, I go to the stock market, and I go to the fixed income market.
Yes.
Is it really safe to go to the real estate, especially with some of the happenings in recent times? Am I safe?
Absolutely, you are. What we have seen in this market is that with high cost of living, it brings about a new dimension, a new vista of other products that are attractive to other investors. For example, residential luxury real estate market for those people who can afford it. Chances are that in the lower rung of the ladder, people are not interested in buying homes. All they are interested in food, eating. However, there is a particular category of that market that are still interested in investing, especially in the luxury sector, because of the capacity they have to actually invest. And this brings to bear that, look, as a real estate practitioner, you must dimension the market, you must understand what the market is looking at, and that is what we have done in this particular case. And we are quite excited about the interest that has been generated. In fact, at some point in time, we have to stop sales. That tells you that there is still huge demand in some particular market that is probably not in other lower rung of the ladder market.
Talking about the lower run, a lot of times we hear of affordable houses, and the prices don't sound affordable at all.
Absolutely.
Especially for that group of people you talked about, people in the lower end. Is there a way we can go around this? I don't know. I mean, the government has been trying. The lawmakers had meeting with cement manufacturers, but the reality is that inflation is right here living with us. Those are the realities. Manufacturing is expensive now. So what else do? They translate it to the commodities. Is there any way of having affordable homes for especially those in the lower part of the ladder?
Truth be told, the affordable home concept had become challenged by virtue of the fundamentals of the macroeconomic dynamics. That is the truth of the matter. Again, there is no affordable cement. There is no affordable reinforcement. Chances are that if we need to pursue the affordable home concept again, there must be a new vista of conversation around technological warehouse and what are the other local construction materials that we must deploy in a bid to be able to provide these affordable homes. And government needs to come in this situation. Affordable homes right at the back of other costs, infrastructural costs that most developers are even unable to recoup. So it's the responsibility of stakeholders working with the government, private practitioners, to be able to put heads together and situate solutions around how we can bring this affordable concept home back to the front burner. But as it is, as of today, it's really, really challenged. So
is there anything that you said government should come in? I mean, we hear governments, they have the mortgage system. I don't know how effective it is, to a lot of people. We hear even they themselves getting involved, in building affordable houses. But I mean, they still have to. What area can they come in to cushion some of this effect?
Okay, so why we are not averse to government, taking position in affordable home production, we still believe that government can use its wherewithal to provide major infrastructure, which represent major cost inputs into production of those homes. Imagine if you have roads, water, electricity in locations that you can recoup the infrastructural development charges from prospective developers. That will help reduce the cost of producing those homes. And it gives the property developers, opportunity to be able to spread the repayment on those infrastructural development charges over a long period of time, which is necessarily not going to impact negatively the initial purchase cost. So I believe that government has a lot of responsibilities in providing those infrastructural facilities that will help drive down the cost of producing those homes.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And sharing your perspective. Really appreciate your time. Taking time off from your very busy schedule.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of WEMA Board, Mr. Yemi Ejidiro. Thank you.
Thank you.